always let me know. So I'm still getting all my stuff tweaked out. Might even be like next year before it's all beautifully, perfectly tweaked. And then that's probably exactly when Schwab is going to fuck up Thinkorswim. You know it. Okay, good. We're live now. And so we'll just get everything underway here. It's 9:07. We got 23 minutes till the market opens. And the market is opening up above yesterday's day slightly and is moving up due to a favorable response to this morning's econ data, which was mostly job related. And it looked kind of negative to me, but certainly wasn't anything alarming. But the numbers seem to be like a slightly negative adjustment, and yet that made the market go up. So, you never know, rhyme or reason to all that. Perhaps it's supposed to feed the narrative that maybe it feeds into the narrative that the Fed will raise rates even further. Why would that make the market go up? Or maybe that the rates are that the hikes are working and it's destroying things. So there will be no further hikes. Anyway, the market has said its piece on it, and it is going up, and the VIX is moving up. The VIX was at 16.2. I haven't looked at the VIX in a couple of days. And now it's at 15.2. So that's a very nice move back down in safety. Spike there to 17.42 the other day. Yep. Yesterday, no, the day before. Yeah, Wednesday. And we're now at 15.2, 15.3 it shows here. Lip off of Nirvana basin here. Yeah, Amazon, you would trade AMZU. Amazon had I guess it had blowout earnings. The reaction was incredible. It moved up. It's up 10% basically in pre-market, but analysts have raised price targets up like 45%. Yeah, I saw AAOI, but listen to this, RJ. When those stocks do that and they pop up on ER, what are some of the things we're looking for? There's two things specifically. What do we want to see? So let's go to AAOI. Can you name one? Correct. That's the first one in my mind. And number one, we need it to be reversing, trend reversing. So it needs to be pivot breaking. And is it? Yes or no? You can see the yellow line here. Not quite. Right. Not quite. But that'd be okay if number two. What? You have to say it like me too. Shitloads of volume. So that'd be okay if there was shitloads of volume, right? So now double check the volume. How much volume has transpired this morning? I know what it is, but let's just see if you got the figure. Well, okay, we'll get there, but yeah, let's put this together. So we're not quite there in the pivot, but if we have liftoff gajuchpa, whatever the word is, if we have a fucking nuclear tank, we don't have to worry, right? So what do we got? How much volume do you show? How much volume is there pre-market now so far on AAOI in TOS in Thinkorswim? Seems to be accurate. Are you on your mobile? Do you have that figure? You don't know? You want to get, I'm just like, training you. You want to get in the habit of finding that out. That's like number 2 thing you look at. Number 1, is it a pivotal break? Is it a trend reversal? And number 2, catalyst day is $36 million value. Oh, you use my thingy? Well, anyway, it's 700,000 shares traded so far. Okay. And the average is 4.4 million. 4.4 million, and it's doing 700,000 shares. That's nowhere near 100% RVOL that we like to see by the open. In other words, and you pretty much can just triple this number. Whatever the pre-market number is, triple it. That's where we'll be at by end of day. So this is incredibly weak. It's a nothing. We can't, hey, maybe it does its thing. We don't know, but it doesn't have the metrics to support carrying. All right, so now let's go over to AHI, like you just said, and let's do the same thing. So AHI also is not really a pivot reversal. Not too much. A little bit. It breaks over these two, but those were lower. It kind of needs to break over 680. It's at 519 and it was at 414. So it needs to double the distance of where it is now just to get over that pivot. Maybe it could do it if it has end of day projected 600% RVOL projection. Those RVOL figures, RJ, are from yesterday on whatever you're looking at. Dollar volume. I don't know if that's in Thinkorswim, but in TradingView, the volume figure is from yesterday. In TradingView on the daily chart, the volume figure is from yesterday. I don't know if that's what you're looking at. The average volume on AHI is there it is. Average volume is 2.5 mil. No, that's the volume right now, 2.5 mil. Average volume is 141K. So yeah, we have the volume. Is it on ER? No. Is it over the pivot point? No. Could it get there? Perhaps. Is it there? No. What is? Amazon. What about this other one, MF? I'm looking at that one. So you see how it's just like certain things just start to, let's put it this way, you can't take the 1 minute opening range breakout. It is ER? Okay. You can't take, what is MF or AHI? Okay. You can't take the opening range 1 minute breakout if it doesn't have everything popping, if it's not rocking the stats. Like this one, MF, has 3 things going for it. All right, so let's think about that for a second. MF, it's opening right here, 135, and actually hit 162, which is way up here. Okay, it was way down here. Number 1, it's bottom reversing pivot reversal. Even at 162, the high of the day pre-market was up and above all those bottom points. Number 2, volume, MF. Volume right now is 24 mil. Average volume, 2, 3, is 2.4 mil. So at this point, it's 1,000% RVOL at this point. So by end of day, it should be beyond 3,000% RVOL. So we got 3,000% RVOL, breaking over all those pivots. And number 3, that puts it way up above the 200. That puts it above the 200 for the first time. So this is one that you go full size on the 1 minute opening range breakout. It's an EP, catalyst day. I don't know if it's ER, but whatever it is, whatever's happening there you go. This file's a 20F for fiscal year 2022. I don't know what the news is, but it certainly seems awesome. So do you see the difference in texture there? Huge. Like AHI is like, So I have MF up here. I'll keep AHI up. And what's the other one you mentioned? Oh, by the way, Tupperware is flying, and that was an EP. Let's take a look at. I think that was an ER. I'm sorry. Tupperware. We've just never been able to get a good entrance on it. You know, today could have been the day, but today might be the day. It is already over the 200. That happened recently. I believe it's because of earnings. I think earnings came out. Yep, I believe that's why it's up so high. It's got to be. It's over the 200. It is continuation of the trend and really solidifies the bottom pivot reversal back here, like just anchors it down. And now the RVOL, Tupperware putting in 11 million shares traded, and its average RVOL is 91 million. So it's not super duper on the RVOL, I think. Let me double check the average volume. 132 million over here on this stat, 91 over here on Thinkorswim. It's like 100 million. It's doing 10% RVOL, so it'll be at like 30% by end of day. Kind of ridiculous. What you need to do is maybe cume that, C-O-U-M-E, accumulate that number by like 15 minutes into the open. See where Tupperware's volume is at. If it's approaching 50% RVOL, then we know by the close it ought to hit 150% and be an above average day. But it looks like Tupperware is not going to have what it needs in order to have a 1 minute opening range breakout hold. I could be wrong about that because Tupperware is gone crazy. But it looks like it. If that figure is correct, I show 2 million in TradingView pre-market. I show 11 million in pre-market on Thinkorswim. So when you put it all together, the best opportunity this morning is motherfucker, MF. Miss Fresh Limited. I don't know what they do, which is previously a 16% ADR stock and lately 25%. And now with this huge move, probably more. So it's insane. MF is probably a momentum day trading stock, and then the leftovers will become your swing trade if you can even manage it with the crazy ADR percent level. At a certain point, ADR percent level gets so high that, you know, 2 coin flips can destroy the position. Well, good morning, everybody. I already talked about the market, so if you missed it, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just still go over it one more time since there's a few more of you here. Jobs data came out. It was a favorable reaction to the jobs data, which in my opinion didn't look too great. The market's opening up above yesterday's high, roughly, very close, and probably will snap it, break it. I'm still in TQQQ from yesterday, so you know that move will be meaningful for me until it gets wiped out. We'll see if it holds, you know. Looks like rates are dropping. The 10-year is back to 4.2%. And so rates are dropping, so that could happen all day. You know, rates could go down another 0.1%. That would be good. That would provide some lift on the market. All right, and then we have 10 minutes now to talk about any other opportunities going on pre-market. Well, we have, you know, Apple tanking. I think APU is what you would trade there if you wanted to day trade it. Isn't it APU? No, AAPU? AAPU? That's it, AAPU. Get a better return on that if you're going to short that. Or trade it, basically day trade it. That might be good. But the liquidity might not be great. Can't promise any good liquidity. So if you are going to trade Apple, just remember that it's a low ADR stock. Let's see what else is up here. Ahi, TIVC, Duo, Pole, Yell. We're already in Yell. It's up 13%. STEM. Also DraftKings. Yep. We have that as a lotto. DraftKings, I might have picked the wrong side, but we have that as a lotto. Let's see. DraftKings up from 30 to 33, so it's up about 12% pre-market. And yeah, actually, I did get calls, so we'll be at least $200 in gains off the open, which is roughly about 80% gains on the lotto call on that. DraftKings, yeah. So right, good point. That is it. That is a breakout, pivot breakout level. I got that lotto ER because that's the smart money direction. The smart money will have to buy, right? So it's gonna pressure the stock to go up. If it had dropped, that would have gotten bought up and that would have gone against our direction. So it's only one direction that would have moved in our direction. Down would not have moved down, it would have moved up. But up will move up. So it's just set up that way. That's why we did the lotto ER on it. And so yeah, DraftKings qualifies as a 1 minute breakout, as a 1 minute opening range breakout entry for a swing trade. It, potentially it could, like maybe a 30% chance, put in that one of those big green candles today. Maybe it closes at 36, something like that. Like Nvidia. We looked at it last night. So you didn't do it on that one, but you get these big, nice green bars. We got it on something the other day. We got in. I don't remember what. How's Tilray doing? Tilray's looking good. See how that 200 moving average just flying right overhead? That's where it wants to go. Wants to go crack that, zoom up and over that, and then come back down, reject off it, and then be flying. Like there are money managers that won't get into a stock until it's above the 200 moving average. That just don't, you have firms that say don't get any of our clients in anything that's below the 200 moving average. Just like, so that's a very important level. And, these stocks like to run up to those. What do we have that was super zooming? We got something. Maybe Rivian, but no, that wasn't it. So let's see. Well, see, Alto is way above the 200 now. Nice measured move. But I'm looking for something that just like, and then boom, it's in 2 or 3 days now up over the 200 moving average. They tend to do that. Oh, I know what it is. Nikola, I believe. Yeah. So never looked back after that catalyst day that went right over the 200 moving average. Bounced off the 200, came back, bounced off it, and has taken off. And we got a couple entries in there going on. All right, we got 4 minutes and 30 seconds till the market opens. Keep Apple primary stock, but if you want to trade something, APU, AAPU, or Amazoo, AMZU, to get 50% more return. Ahipol, Yale, STEM, NEO, we. I have not any funds to get in anything, so you guys watch and stock, STALK. Stock your 1 minute opening range breakouts on any of these pivotal catalyst day stocks this morning. You got 60 seconds to prep and get into whatever ends up breaking that 60-second range from the open. It might pull back and then come and break that later, 15 later. I got to go almost like right at 10 too, by the way. We have some guests coming over. Probably I have to go at 10. Not probably, the guests are coming over. Probably coming over. Our M with some more gains this morning. 2 minutes and 47 seconds before the open. Let me take a look at this VRM. RAD, GNS, SWN. Okay. SWN. Nice. Wow. We didn't get in that, but anyway, it's only 3.25% ADR. Southwestern Energy Company. Nice move earnings. Oh yeah, over here, volume SWN. Million. Normally does 19 million. See, that tells you right there everything you need to know. It's doing a million, normally does 19. It's way off. Minute 40 seconds for the open. Market is lifted up a little bit. I can't really get in anything, so I'm just going to be like working on positions that are going against me. You become like a risk mitigator, when you actually get there. You're trading. Because again, you don't have to worry about what's working too much. If you're ever in doubt about should you sell something because it's way up and the thought came across your mind, you could, at worst case scenario, if you're trying to talk yourself out of that because you have more FOMO, who knows what, at least take 5%. It won't change anything, and you'll have done something. It just helps fortify your mental processes. Still in 95%, it's no different. It's basically going to feel no different. And you did something. You acted. All right. Let's see. 15 seconds. Atra up as well. And we're open. Go ahead and smoke them if you got them. Go ahead and tell me, what you guys are getting in and stuff. Apple dumping. Really dumping. Amazon running. Okay, so I'm going to spend a moment just checking all my positions, including some ER lottos. Don't mind me. Smoke them if you got them. DraftKings, looks like RJ just getting into DraftKings possibly. All right. 1 minute breakout just happened. All right. DraftKings entry, says RJ, just broke out. Yeah, we're up 177% on Amazon. Oh, we're up 189% on DraftKings. That's an ER lotto. 170% on Amazon. DraftKings flying. We're almost hitting 200% on DraftKings. Okay. Corsair, another ER lotto of ours. This was a puts. We're up 100% on Corsair, which is dropping. Back to the radar screen. MF not following through. Tupperware failing out. Ahi not doing it, just like we talked about. Apple dropping. Apple bleeding red. The Qs breaking yesterday pre-market high and are up above yesterday's highs. Petra doing fine. That's a position of ours. Looks like we might have to cut court. Yeah, it's not following through. Interested. I got money to allocate, keep it in that one. MF is halting up. I don't doubt it. Wish I had money to trade it with you. But like I said, that looks excellent. I think it was 1,000% RVOL, probably 3,000% by end of day. Let's see, MF. Yeah, it shows 1,300% now on TradingView, and we're nowhere near the end of the day. RJ got it at $1.44, and I think that's great. Maybe it tests $2 today or more. It's way up and over. It tests $3. These are full size when it's an EP like this. Bottom reversing pivot break over the 200. You don't get a fresh chance at that again. All those things can confluence, massive 1010x, RVOL, et cetera, et cetera. Those have full size. Trade, swing trade. And if you approach it as a swing trade, you don't touch it. But you could day trade it if you want, but you might want to get more than full size then. Day trade the more than full size, cutting it down to full size at some point. Got to plan ahead on that. Okay, did I get rid of court? I think I did. Corsair now at 175% gains. Amazon pulled back a little bit. The VIX is now at under 15. Nice. DraftKings 140% gain, so it may have pulled back just a tiny bit. I don't think I have it on this here. Let's put it right here. Amazon back at the open. And yet the market's flying, so some other leaders are doing something. Apple's reclaiming. That's part of what's going on. We are getting liftoff on the market for sure off of the here, look at the Qs. It's an intraday signal, green over red type of signal on pullback, reversal back up and over the 20 and 10 maybe by the end of the day. Very bullish signal, actually. Possibly incoming today, potentially. However, on the weekly, we would still be sort of in a consolidation. But surgically, on the day level, this is a day to plant seeds. DraftKings breaking down now. Let me see. The whole market is. It looks, well, what's going on here? Some things are breaking down, but I'm not really seeing it reflected in the market. What is going on? Is perhaps value stocks are probably breaking down. Not so much. Yeah, industrials, inflation. It's actually inflation is going down. I'll see the updated numbers later, but yeah, we're down already at 0.1% on the 10-year, and we're seeing that reflected in industrials, base materials, and energy, which is where you would see the most effects of inflation moving around, and gold. But actually, gold's going up, so that's peculiar. Gold is going up. Staples are holding. Tech is doing great, but so is the S&P 500, and the VIX is now at 14.87. Really great. Consumer discretionary just holding, which is odd because Amazon did so well. All right. DraftKings, are you going to fail out, or are you just going to doji up here? Okay. Yeah, so watch your 1 minute. And now MF is halted down. Well, okay. But you probably should have risked to the low. So it's, even though it's halted down, it'd be great if you could have mitigated and gotten out. If you are in, your stop is still like 125. I probably would have put that stop even at 1. Yeah. Picked up a bit wider. So no issues. Great. You went to 1. Perfect. That's perfect. That's that. WAP is a nice little, consolidation, not over there at 106, and a little bounce at 103. 1 should be, doing pretty good, RJ. All right, let's see if anything's dragging my portfolio down. What I need to do here. Now, this many minutes after the open, all my options should be pretty much baked in. Corsair, we got 265% gains on Corsair. 270% gains as I'm posting it on Corsair. 270%. CRSR looks like this right now. Oh, it's a drop. I was expecting to see this big green run. Yeah, Corsair just bleeding out. Lots of investors running for the hills. Okay, I'm going to sell. I have 2 puts, and I'm going to get rid of one of them. Unless we drop more. It just dropped more. It's like, unless we drop more. So now we're up 280% gains on Corsair. Open Door, we're at 36% gains. Just dropping my Nikola puts. So it's doing fine. Let us know when MF opens again. And that DraftKings keeps deteriorating. I'm going to drop DraftKings and take my 100% profits right here. It's actually like 80% now. All right, taking it, banking the DraftKings. Okay, let's see if anything's dragging the portfolio. Really? Maybe Alto, but not really. What about Rad? Rad, right? Yeah. Take a look at me. All right, the market's heading back down to the open right now. The market's wanting to test the solidity of these prices. I'm going to do a quick run through of all my positions here. Check on everything. Atra doing fine. EVgo is up today. Testing that 200. Alto pulling back more. What do we got going on? Alto giving back about a third of our gains. We added on, I believe, on Alto, and so a spot for me to remove my add-on. That's like right where I'm at right now. 500 shares. We can't hold 379. I'm going to give back my add-on. Your add-ons to hold. SoFi. Psych. SYK. And what is TIFC doing? Okay, there's SoFi. TIFC. Is it still halted? MF? TIFC. No. Top. Did top come up and over the top yet? It has not. All right. We're up 72% on Yell. 72%. That's a runner. That's stock shares. That's not options. I'm going to bank my Caesar put here at 55% gains. I think today's day 5 on some of our fresh entries. Yeah, Clue's way up here. I'm just going to convert it now. Clue, cap and highs. We're up 20% on that. We got in on the 31st. Today's August 4th. It's been 5 days. It's been 4 days, four progress days. We're up 20%. All good. Converting to runner. As Amazon might be moving some more again. Amazon moving back to the top of the range. I think the day is coming into a little bit more question, but at the same exact time, the VIX is dropping. So that's divergence, and you trust the VIX direction. All right, guys, we got these guests coming over. Everything seems to be stabilized. We're all on top of everything. Let's move back into the group. I got some guests coming over, and talk amongst yourselves. Keep communication open. Broke pre-market high, MF? What? Low. Copy paste. You're a mess. All right. Just go ahead and talk in the general chat room. That'd be just fine. Go find that, you guys. General chat. Okay. Happy Friday and have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you back in the group now. Okay. Happy